Yeah. YouTube! What's up, baby? Back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Kelly, and today we're here to talk about Loki Season 2, Episode 6? Yeah, Episode 6, the season finale, alright? We about to get up in this thing real quick. Sorry for the late, review. But we here now, you know what I mean? So if you've been in this channel before, you know we do it. Started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, and then we on to that grade. And then we on to the next one. You know what I mean? So, okay, again, Loki Season 2, Episode 6, season finale. So in this episode, we start off with Loki figuring out that he has to learn how to control the time skip, okay? Now, the reason why he has to learn how to control the time skip is because this is how he's going to fix the problem that is going on with this dimensional fluxation, dimensional disaster. All right. So what he has to do is go back to certain points of this season and even the last season and gather as much knowledge as he can as far as to make the best decision going forward for not only just himself, but all of pretty much humanity. You know what I'm saying? So he goes back into time. He talks to Mobius. He talks to Ouroboros. He talks to them as a whole. He talks to He Who Remains. He talks to Sylvie in the past as well. But at the end of the day, he's trying to go back into time, kind of like a Groundhog's Day event, where in which you're reliving the past in order to better yourself for the future, per se, right? Now, he ends up learning everything, if not everything, then just about as much as Ouroboros, as Victor, and as He Who Remains, as far as time and branching off of different dimensions and how to contain it and everything like that. He goes back into time to learn completely how to master the ability of what he needs to master in order to save all of timeline, okay? Now, when he finally does this, he's able to come to a conclusion of choosing a different path of how to take on what he's been taking on. For instance, when he goes back and he talks to He Who Remains, and He Who Remains ends up knowing a lot more about what's going on when you would think that he wouldn't, because he's been killed already, right? But when he goes back in time and he does this and that, He Who Remains actually catches on to what is going on with Loki, and therefore he's able to know, like, okay, you've been doing this a few times, like, you know what I'm saying, like you know about the time skip, you know, da 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 da. And so what ends up happening is he who remains gives Loki the decision of, okay, you can either let things happen the way that they happen, and you know how it's going to end, or you can kill Sylvie, and then therefore I won't die, and then things can be different. And those are your two options. And so Loki ends up choosing the option of something that he wants to choose, which is he will become a version of He Who Remains that will watch over all of time, that will watch over all these dimensions that are currently expanding and making clones of each other, whatever you want to say. He will watch that himself, and he will become the overseer of everything. And so that's what happens by the end of the episode. Okay? Now, that would be the premise of the episode without getting into all the aspects, but just enough to where, you knew what happened. If you saw the episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the episode, you know enough to kind of traverse and figure out what's going on until you do see the episode, if you choose so to watch. But yeah, so 3 of my favorite scenes would definitely have to be the scene with, and this may be spoilerish, and this may be out of order, so if you haven't seen the episode and it bothers you to hear anything that will spoil the episode, please pause the video, come back later. If you already seen the episode, or if spoiling things for the episode doesn't bother you, stay tuned. I got you. So again, 3 of my favorite scenes, and this may be out of order. 1 would be definitely Loki going back in the past and having that conversation with He Who Remains, finding out that He Who Remains basically knows everything that Loki's been doing, and you wouldn't expect that to be the fact. Jonathan Majors is an amazing actor. Every Kang variant he's played has felt different. It's felt uniquely different, and it was cool to see that variant of Kang that I liked in season 1 come back to season 2 and be relevant still. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely cool to see them have that conversation, and also, you can consider He Who Remains being the one that grooms Loki into becoming the Loki at the very end, the great and powerful Loki. You know what I'm saying? So that scene right there, that'd be my first favorite scene. Second favorite scene would be Loki getting prepared, perfectly prepared, to make sure that Victor could cross through space to activate the machine, knowing all the bad that could happen, because he's been through all the scenarios. He's got the perfect plan for it to actually work. We actually see it work, and Victor survives. That was really cool, because we've seen nothing but failure. So to actually see them accomplish the mission, to actually see Loki, unfold all of what had to be done for them to be successful at the situation that was at hand. Very cool, right? So that'd be my second favorite scene. My third favorite scene would actually be when Loki takes it upon himself to become a god Loki, a true god Loki, and watch over the branches of time, all of dimensions, everything like that, and becomes the overseer of that. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely powerful. It was definitely acknowledging him as a god now, acknowledging him for all of the growth that he's had, and it just was cool to see him like really take up that moniker and be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be 3 of my favorite scenes. The grade for this episode, I thought it was really cool. You know what I'm saying? This whole season, we haven't got too much fighting. We haven't got too much action at all. But we've gotten a lot of answers. We've gotten a lot of questions. And, I enjoyed it for what it was. You know what I'm saying? So for this episode, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Definitely above average. If you're a fan of Loki, definitely check it out, because it's a season finale anyways. Plus, if you like Loki, you're going to just watch it from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. If you're not a fan of Loki or Marvel's or the Marvel franchise, I would say even still check this out. See if it's something that will stick with you, because I think this is different than just the original Marvel recipe of what we endeavor on, on a day-to-day basis, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say check this out. If you guys saw the episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. What were some of your favorite scenes? What was your favorite episode thus far? Do you like the way that the season went and ended? And would you be looking forward to a season 3 if we can get that? Let me know about that in the comments down below, all right? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.